everybody, welcome back. It's me, Deanna. This is another episode of Ropes and Heels. I do apologize offhand here that, it has been a little while. I am in the process of moving across the country from Los Angeles to Baltimore, so I do apologize for the sporadic postings and all that good stuff, but I'm going to try to get some done in here before I move. When am I moving? The 30th, so a little over 2 weeks. I still have so much to pack up and organize and all that stuff. But anyway, I did miss posting about WrestleMania weekend, so we can go ahead and start off with that. What a weekend that was. I definitely call it SuperCard of Honor from Ring of Honor, which was a very, very good show. My two favorite matches from that night were Billy Starks versus Queen Aminata. What an amazing match that was. Billy Starks definitely has a bright future ahead of her, and I cannot wait to see. Sorry, my dog just came up and sniffed the microphone. I cannot wait to see where she goes from here. I just think she just has a really bright future ahead of her, and she's such a talented young lady, and for her to be so young, like, that was amazing. Queen Aminata, also very talented. I was actually rooting for Queen Aminata until Billy Stark started playing Possum, and then I was like, gosh darn it, like, I was crying. I had tears coming down my face, because no matter who I'm rooting for, I don't want anyone to get hurt. Getting hurt in the ring can be career ending and sometimes life ending, so, I don't wish that upon anybody. These performers go out there, week after week, put their bodies on the line for our entertainment, and the least we can do is at least, be a little empathetic and appreciative of their work. And, not that I dislike Billy Starks, because, I'm a huge fan of hers as well. I'm just more of a fan of Queen Aminata. So I just thought that was a really beautiful match, and just the way that it was done, it was very emotional. I was just like, oh no, 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 no. But it was very well played out, and I just thought it was amazing. And thankfully, it was just a fake injury. So I'm really glad that there were no real injuries during that match, and that Billy Starks is okay, and she is the new champion. Actually, I think she's the inaugural women's champion, or I forget what the title actually was. I know she's not the women's champion in ROH. That's Athena. But she is the inaugural champion for that title. And then my other favorite match was the main event match between Eddie Kingston and Mark Briscoe. What a beautiful match that was. It was just amazing the way it was played out. The emotion between both of them, like, in real life they are really good friends, and I just thought it was really good. It was emotional. I was a little sad to see the belt come off of Eddie Kingston, because I am a diehard Eddie Kingston girl. Like, I love that man with all my heart. I also really love Mark Briscoe. He's such a great guy. But for him to win that title 11 years to the day after his brother won that title, I just thought it was a beautiful ending to the story. I thought it was beautiful how the rest of the guys in the locker room came out to congratulate him. You had Taven and Bennett, you had Dalton Castle, Jay Lethal. I just thought it was beautiful to see them all come out and show appreciation and lift up their dude. Like Mark Briscoe, congratulations. I just thought that was amazing. And then we go on to, let's go over to WrestleMania Night 1. That was great, that 6-woman tag team. I'm such a huge fan of Jade Cargill. I loved watching her in AEW. And no lie, I was really sad when she left AEW and went to WWE, because I don't really watch a lot of WWE except for the pay-per-views. But, I've been catching some Raws and SmackDowns here and there since, the past couple of weeks or so, just to keep up on the storylines and make sure, it is what it is. I mean, I do catch, like, the the highlight videos on YouTube and stuff like that. So I kind of know what's going on over there, but overall, I'm just really not a huge WWE girl. But I will say that 6-woman tag team was amazing. Jade looked phenomenal. She looked strong and tough and beautiful and amazing in the ring. So on that, high congratulations. I can't wait to see where that little faction goes between Naomi, Bianca, and Jade. I just think that is just such a beautiful little faction, and who knows? Who knows what's going to come of that? We all know, though, WWE likes to do their thing. They like to put a group of people together, and then they like to break them up. But that's wrestling. I mean, that's been professional wrestling since the dawn of time. Excuse me, guys. It's been, the weather here in LA has been kind of wackadoodle. So, like, we just had like 2 or 3 days of rain, and now it's like all sunny, and like the wind kicking around. My allergies are off the freaking charts. So if I sound a little congested or my throat's a little scratchy, that is why. I'm not sick. It's just allergies. Allergies playing games, you know. Um, so let's get back to that. I really did like that match, though, that 6-woman tag team. I also really liked the main event match with Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes uh, teaming up against The Rock and Roman Reigns. I thought that was really good. That was a lot of fun to watch. I do like Seth Rollins, and I love everybody in the Rhodes family. I grew up watching Dusty and Dustin, and just really, really excited anytime a Rhodes is on my screen. I don't care who it is. As long as there's a Rhodes on my screen, I'm happy and good to go. And that even extends out to Terry Runnels. Even though she's not really a Rhodes anymore, she still is. She still is. And I like Brandy too. I mean, she's not my favorite Rhodes family member, but I like her. I don't have anything against her. She's not too bad. Um, Sorry, you heard some clicking. Um, let's see here. What else happened? WrestleMania Night 2. Let's talk about that main event, guys. Let's talk about that main event. Sorry. I hit something on my remote and it just went nuts. Um, yeah, so Cody versus Roman Reigns. Personally, I was kind of shocked that they were gonna put, or that they did put the belt on Cody. I did not. I wasn't expecting that, and I will tell you why. In my opinion, WWF backslash WWE, I don't think ever really had any respect for the Rhodes family. Starting with Dusty, that polka dot gimmick was literally made to humiliate Dusty. Excuse me. Um, and Dusty made it work. Goldust, that character, again, was created to humiliate Dustin. And again, he made it work. I mean, Goldust is probably one of the most beloved characters in all of wrestling history, just because, never seen anything like it before, and there really hasn't been anything much like it since the character of Goldust has been retired. It was, and I have an affinity for the dark characters and the very flamboyant characters, and the fact that Goldust was both, like, definitely one of my favorites of all time. And Stardust, again, created to humiliate Cody. I know the former CEO of WWE and WWF. I know he personally did not have any respect for the Rhodes family, but I do know that Stephanie did bring Dusty in to help with NXT when that first launched. So, I the former CEO, I should say, didn't have any respect, but I think Stephanie and Shane have nothing but respect for the Rhodes family, and that is why they helped pick Dusty up. I know if you know anything about Dusty Rhodes, he was definitely going through some problems, some financial and health problems there, and that is why Stephanie employed him with NXT. So I'm appreciative of that, and I do recognize that. And thankfully, there haven't been any more humiliating gimmicks for the Rhodes family since then. So, but I just really didn't think that they were gonna put the belt on Cody, and I was just as surprised as everybody else. I just thought that was really cool. I really liked the way Samantha Irvin announced it. I know she's getting a lot of flack because she cried and it's so emotional, but there's emotion in wrestling, and it's not recent. Look at Ric Flair's first retirement match with Shawn Michaels. You're gonna sit there and tell me that wasn't emotional when both of those men were laying on the mat, bawling their eyes out, because that was such an emotional moment in wrestling history. Almost any time somebody's won a title, there's been tears, and and people are like, "Oh, Fink would never cry." Well, go back and watch Legends House. I'm pretty sure it's still on Peacock, and that man almost cries every single episode of Legends House, and he's not crying about his personal life or things that are going on. He's crying because he loves wrestling that much, and professional wrestling saved his life. Made him who he was, made him the icon that he is. So, everybody's saying there shouldn't be any crying in wrestling. Shut up. I don't got time for that shit. Nobody does. So, with that said, yay. Congratulations to Cody Rhodes finishing that story, and what a beautiful ending it was. So I can't wait to see where it goes from here. Who's he going up against next? How long is he gonna reign? How long is he gonna hold that title, and who's gonna be the one to take it from him? I don't know. I think it would be fun to see. Trying to think here. Who do you think should be the one to dethrone Cody? I'm not saying it's going to happen like tomorrow or anything like that, but who do you think will be the one to finally dethrone Cody when that time comes? I don't know. I like to put in my predictions right now. I would not be surprised if it was Dominic Mysterio. I think that would be fun. And when that belt changes hands again, people are going to cry. So stop crying about people crying. But I think it'll be exciting. Yeah, I'm going to throw my hat in the ring for Dominic Mysterio. I think he's going to be the one to take it from Cody. Excuse me again. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so sometimes my brain works faster than my mouth, and I tend to stumble over my words. I will try to slow down and enunciate better so I'm not getting tongue-tied and tripped up in my own mouth, because that's no fun for anybody. So what's going on with you guys? How have you been? What have you been up to? Are you happy with the outcomes of WrestleMania weekend? I know I'm like a week and a half behind or something like that, but were you happy? Were you not happy? What ticked you off? What made you excited? What was your favorite matches of WrestleMania? If you watched SuperCard of Honor, what were some of your favorite highlights from SuperCard of Honor and WrestleMania? Oh, and let's talk about that Hall of Fame induction. Oh my gosh. Congratulations to all the inductees. That was really exciting. And again, an emotional night. I know. People crying at the Hall of Fame. People crying over wrestling. Oh my god. Such weak snowflakes we are. Please. Um, the Paul Heyman speech was really good. He didn't need to say a certain person's name, but other than that, his speech was phenomenal. I really liked how he pulled out the Paulie Dangerously character, with the hat and the like freaking brick cell phone. What a doofus, but you know what? Um I like Paul Heyman a lot. I grew up watching him too, and the EC dub days and all that stuff. Gosh, I just remember Paul Heyman almost as long as I've been watching wrestling, which has basically been almost my entire life. So to see him evolve throughout the decades has been really cool, and I thought his induction was really great. Another standout induction that night was for the U.S. Express, Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda. Again, grew up watching those guys, and I held it together. I held it together pretty darn good until the Fireflies came out. And I think that's when I lost it, because there may not be very many current WWE stars that I love and follow, but Bray Wyatt definitely was one of them. I just thought his character was amazing. His in-ring work was also very amazing. The psychology that he put into that character, it was just amazing. I mean, I know I said amazing like over 1,000 times, but it's fantastic. And for him to leave us so young was just very tragic and devastating. And how dare Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham get up there and cry over the loss of their family member. I know, it's weak. It's weak. They lost their son and nephew and they cried publicly. Oh my gosh, so weak. Yes, I'm making fun of the people who like to make fun of people for crying. Sorry, we feel things. We have emotions. It's part of life. And good for you. You don't cry. Must be nice. But you should let it out once in a while. Just let the tears roll down your face. Instead of letting hateful comments come out of your fingertips on the internet because you're so brave to hide behind a computer screen and a keyboard. Oh my gosh, you're so amazing. Yeah, that's who I am. I make fun of the people. I make fun of assholes and douchebags and bigots and racists and homophobes and misogynists. I make fun of those people because they suck. Just live and let live. If it's not hurting you or affecting your life in any way, just freaking live and let live. No big deal. With that said, let's move on to next weekend. We got Dynasty coming up with AEW. I'm pretty stoked to see that. I wonder who's going to be revealed as a new roster member or possible returning roster member to AEW. Let's see here. I would love to see Britt Baker and or Jamie Hayter come back. I miss them so much. They really knew how to shake up that women's roster, didn't they? Or the women's division. So I'm hoping that they come back. I miss MJF too. I do. I have a love-hate relationship kind of thing with MJF. Like, oh, goodness. Um, I love to hate him, and I hate to love him kind of thing. He's good. Like, in the ring, he's amazing. He's definitely one of the greatest workers I've ever seen in the ring, and his mic skills are impeccable. I adore MJF. Honestly, if we just strip away everything and just go off of the key points that really matter, like mic skills, ring ability, he's top tier. He's top tier. And I hate to say this, but he is a really, really good baby face. And he's also a really, really, really good heel. Like, yeah, he's my scumbag. But I don't think he's coming back anytime soon. I know he was out um getting some injuries taken care of, and just because he worked hard. You say what you want about MJF, but he works hard, and it's not for him. It was not for him. It was for us. So appreciate. You know, he worked his butt off there before he lost that title, and good for him. Good for him. I hope he has a speedy recovery. I can't wait for his in-ring return. Can't wait to see him making me feel things about wrestling. Um, you know, he might not come back until Adam Cole is ready to be cleared. I mean, if we're gonna be honest about it, he might not come back until Adam Cole is ready to be cleared, and then they'll probably have a little feud and a few squash matches. I know Wardlow is under Adam Cole right now, so he'll probably have to have a match with Wardlow, and then he fights the final boss. Oh, did I steal some terminology? Oh no. Oh no. Get out your keyboards, guys. Some fat white chick on the internet thinks she knows something about wrestling. The truth is, I probably know more than you. I said what I said. Hate me. Your hate feeds me. It just makes me grow. But that's okay. That's okay. But, yeah, I could see MJF, having to fight Taven and Bennett, and then Wardlow, and then Adam Cole. I can see that being like a series of matches. While we're on the subject, can we please talk about how hot Matt Taven is? Dear Lord, it should be illegal. It should be illegal to be that good looking. I say the same thing about Swerve, too. Holy crap. Who's excited for that Swerve and Samoa Joe match at Dynasty? Do you think Swerve's gonna get the title? He might. He might be the first black champion of AEW. I know. The racists ain't gonna like that comment. But most of the racists only watch WWE anyway and still call themselves wrestling fans. I mean, to me, that's not a wrestling fan. That's a WWE fan. Wrestling fans watch more than one promotion. And I'm not talking about, oh, I watch Raw and SmackDown and NXT. That's all WWE, honey. Why don't you watch some AEW, ROH, NWA, NJPW, AAA? Go to a few indie shows. Speaking of indie shows, I do have a little announcement. If you are in the Los Angeles area on April 25th, ooh, sorry for that whistle, guys. Ugh. I'm having some dental work done, so there might be some gaps and spaces in my teeth, which some air escapes and it makes some whistling sounds sometimes when I talk, so I apologize. I know as a neurodivergent person, when people whistle in general, whether they're talking or just whistling, it really freaking. Ugh. So anyway, back to my little announcement. If you're in the Los Angeles area, April 25th, there is an indie show that I would like to plug. The promotion is Alliance for All, AFA. They are an all-inclusive promotion, LGBT friendly, and most of the wrestlers, I believe, are also in that community, so it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be April 25th. Pre-show is at 6:30, and it's going to be at a place called Boulder Dash in Chatsworth, California. It is in the Valley. It's kind of like between Northridge and Woodland Hills, if you're familiar with that area. But yeah, it's Los Angeles. Come on out and see us. You're going to have people like Sandra Moon on the card, and Barbie Boy, and Milo, Ray Rosas, and I do believe that the evening is hosted by NWA and GCW's Pollo Del Mar, the first drag queen of wrestling. So come out, see us. I will be in attendance. I'm not doing anything spectacular. I'm just there as a spectator. But if you want to come out and meet me and meet all these other wonderful talents, that would be phenomenal. Again, it's going to be at Boulder Dash, which is like a rock climbing place. So it's BOULDERDASH in Chatsworth, California. It's on Nordhoff Place. And the doors open probably at 6 o'clock. The pre-show's at 6:30, and then the first bell is at 7 p.m. And you can come out and see us, and we'll see them and me, not us as in I'm doing anything with them. Maybe in the future, that would be cool. I'd be happy with that. And watch some fun wrestling. It's a great show. I went to their debut show back in February, I think is when it was, and it was awesome. It was awesome. It was a good time. Make sure, though, bring a little hand fan, because it does get pretty hot in there. It is a small venue. It's not a big stadium or anything like that. So with all those hot bodies in such a small space, it does get hot. So I do recommend bringing a little hand fan. Bring some cash to buy some snacks and merch. And I do believe that they have like a little meet and greet at the end. So if there's anybody you want to meet and take a picture with, or get an autograph, or buy some merch from them, I think that will be happening as well. And again, one last time, Alliance for All, and I do believe you can follow them on Instagram, all one word, Alliance for All Wrestling, or AFA, or you can even just look up Barbie Boy, and because I think it's basically his promotion. I could be wrong about that, so don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure if you just looked up Barbie Boy on social media, you would be directly linked into AFA. Anything else I gotta say or announce? I'm gonna try to upload another episode here next week, time permitting. The movers are actually coming next week to gather all my things. I'm gonna try to keep my laptop out and see what I can do, but they're literally taking everything. They're taking my bed, my furniture, 98% of my clothes. So I'll be in LA for like one more week. And off to Baltimore I go. So with that said, yes, I did want to put that out there as well. If you guys know of any local promotions in the Baltimore area, and that can include Philly and DC as well, please let me know. Please leave comments. You can also email me directly, ropesandheels@gmail.com. You can even leave messages or DM me on Instagram. Again, Ropes and Heels. That's where I am everywhere. I'm also on Facebook as Ropes and Heels. I know we're all tired of hearing me say it. But yeah, I think I'm going to keep this episode a little short because I do got some more packing I need to do and some other things I need to take care of around the house before I go. If you don't see me next week, you'll probably see me the following week, and by then I should probably be in Baltimore, so hopefully I'll be able to get a little corner decorated up so that we're not looking at this junk. I mean, it's pretty bad behind this. I just took a blanket and like hung it up so that it wasn't too awful. Because it's pretty bad right now. Like I said, like almost everything's gone. I'm looking directly across from me at my closet, and I have like 4 t-shirts and 1 pair of pants. And the rest of my clothes are gone. They're packed up and ready to go. And guys, I have a lot of clothes. Like t-shirts alone, I have about 600. And that's just my t-shirts. I was not talking about like my work clothes, my pants, my dresses, my skirts. Oh Lord, Baltimore's gonna hate my guts, but that's okay. That's okay. I can handle it. Anyway, until next time, I hope everything is well, that you're staying safe, and I look forward to seeing y'all really soon. Again, come out and see me and the wonderful wrestlers of Alliance for All in Chatsworth at Boulder Dash, April 25th, hosted by Pollo Del Mar from NWA and GCW. And have a good time. Come out and support your local wrestlers. Don't be afraid, because you never know. One day you might see them on the screen with TNA, AEW, ROH, WWE. You never know. Go out and support your local wrestlers. That's the moral of the story, folks. Go out and support your local wrestlers. Again, see y'all next time. Thanks for coming back, and have a wonderful week, everybody. Bye!